Hello, all. Happy Wednesday. It is All Elite Grand Slam. This is Courtney Rice, your WWT's media and PR princess, Hummingbird to AEW. You know me. I am super excited to be with you on Grand Slam, and I am so excited. And we are kicking things off with a special edition with Mr. Nigel McGuinness. I'm curious on what Nigel has to say because he's been chewing about this for weeks against Brian Danielson. So we're gonna see Nigel. He looks in really great shape. He's ready to go. He's been eyeing to have Brian Danielson for God knows how long. So I will be with you for the next 2 hours, and it's really shaping up to be a jam-packed show because outside of that, if you are on WWT Live, we're also going to hear from Prince Nana on a status of Swerve Strickland. We have the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line between the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. We also have the FTW Championship on the line between Roderick Strong and Hook, which that's going to be a match. Of course, we have Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. Whoever's the winner gets a shot at the AEW Championship. We also have the AEW Women's Championship. Mariah May taking on Yuka Sakazaki. And also Saraya versus JB Hayer. And just to let you know, Grand Slam is also extending onto Collision. So they are doing double duty. So we kick things off with Mr. Nigel McGuinness. We see him in the ring. He seems fit and ready to go. And, ooh, is he going to show up, Brian Danielson? Because I hear his music. Let's see if he shows up. So, I wonder if hi, Boza. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm trying to think if is Brian Danielson playing some mind games because I feel like he's too smart for that. So I'm very curious. So let's see what Nigel has to say. He really wants to beat Brian Danielson, but well, the referee is counting to 10, so we shall see. Oh, and also just to let you know, Jim Ross is doing commentary. Oh, hold on. Let's see who's there. Boza, you were right. I hear the final countdown. Will he show up? I feel like he's playing mind games with Nigel. He's gonna do a sneak attack. There he is. There he is, and he's ready to go. I kind of figured he was gonna go out to the final countdown, but he's ready. He's serious. He's in his game mode, and he's been wanting to fight this man. And if you ever saw Ring of Honor from way back in the day, they've had a historic rivalry with each other. So I definitely recommend watching all of their matches during the Ring of Honor days. But Brian Daniel, well, I still call him Daniel Bryanson, but he's in really good shape. I'm very excited to see Mr. Danielson be in action. So he's ready to go against Nigel. He's ready. He is ready to go. And Nigel with his face. doing. So the final count. You got to say the final countdown. I mean, that's a classic. That is a classic. That is a classic. But let's see, because he looks great. Let's see if he can go tonight. So, so let's see what Brian Danielson, because he may be beat up, he may got suffocated, but he is here, and he is reason. So this has been years in the making. Hi, Hassan. Thank you for joining tonight on this watch along for Grand Slam. If you have not, if you've been following, we are kicking off with Brian Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness. And this is going to be a fun one. And those two are staring off eye to eye. Hi, Swag Kid. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. But let's see. They're locking eye to eye, neck and neck. They are just Nigel's trying to get the crowd right up, but he does look in good shape. He looks like he could wrestle every now and then, but yeah, these two. So Brian Danielson has the upper hand. I'm also curious. Hold on. Oh, really? So that's awesome. So thanks to Boza, the first 30 minutes is going to be commercial free. So that is also a bonus too. So yay! So Nigel McGuinness looks like he has the upper hand. Brian Danielson trying to do some counter. I kind of do like some of the commentators where they do reiterate the history between these two because this, for anybody, like I said, who has not watched their matches in Ring of Honor, who hasn't really dived into the history between them, you definitely have to see some of their matches that they had in past years. It is incredible. And going back to the match, Brian Danielson looks like he's doing his offense with a kick, and I'm pretty sure he would like to kick Nigel's head. Ooh, Nigel got up. uh, geez, these two really, these two really despise. They really do. So Daniel Bryan looks like he has offense. Both of them are evenly contested, but I'm also curious on what Brian Danielson is going to have to say after that horrific match at from All Out in Chicago. So I would not be surprised if he tries to get in the way of the match between Moxley and Darby Allin. So that's something to watch forward to. So Brian Danielson doing a little bit of flips. I feel like they're just so evenly matched. It's so hard to say. All right. Brian Danielson got the hammer lock in on Nigel, but Nigel broke it off. All right. Of course, you having a slap fest with Brian Danielson overhanded. Ooh, Brian Danielson gave a huge slap in the face, but Nigel got up. It looked like he didn't break a sweat. Okay, uppercut by Brian Danielson. Oof, uppercut by Nigel McGuinness. Uppercut again by Brian Danielson. Wow. I was just listening to the commentators. Nigel McGuinness, and this is a little nugget that you're gonna find out. Nigel McGuinness has waited 15 years for his match against Bryan Danielson. That is a long time to wait. That's a long time. It's gonna be interesting what the outcome is gonna be because I'm sure there's gonna be some shenanigans during their match and probably won't be a clean cut winner, but we shall see. And they're both leaving the match. Bryan Danielson's showing some offense. Nigel throwing some punches in on Bryan Danielson. But in case if you're wondering, if you're hopping on, this is Courtney Rice, WWT's Media and PR Princess. It is a special edition of All Elite Grand Slam in New York. If you're just tuning on, you are actually tuning on to a really great match between Nigel McGuinness and Bryan Danielson. These two are no strangers to each other, and it looks like Bryan Danielson is looking to put Nigel in a submission hold. Oh my god, if Nigel I feel like if Nigel taps out, I'm pretty sure I won't hear the end of it when he does commentary for Collision. And Nigel got his feet on the ropes. Oh, and Nigel threw Danielson out the ring, and it looks like his wrist is starting to hurt. So, of course, Nigel's gonna have his eye on it and target that wrist. And both of them are outside the ring. So we're actually gonna have some entertaining stuff in AEW the next 2 weeks because after Grand Slam next Wednesday is the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite. 5 years. It is crazy. And also, since it's a little head, but feel free to put in the chats on what's been out of all those 5 years AEW Dynamite's been on, what has been your absolute favorite moment? And feel free to put it in the chat throughout the whole night because we are going to be talking a lot about not just the 5-year anniversary, but also what's happening now with Grand Slam. And Nigel really looks like he's targeting that elbow. He has the steel steps. Oh, oh, and it targeted his elbow. Hi, Bobby. Thanks to you for joining tonight on All Elite Grand Slam. And we're kicking off with Nigel McGuinness, Bryan Danielson. Ooh, excuse me. It looks like Bryan Danielson has the upper hand. Ooh, ooh. Nigel's targeting that hurting wrist that Bryan Danielson has. So I will say when I watched his return at All in that casino gauntlet match, Nigel looks pretty good in shape. So he's no slouch and he looked like he still got it and can do a few little matches in between. But it looks like Nigel has Bryan Danielson in submission hold and he's targeting that wrist that he's been holding on through halfway through the match. So let's see. I'm surprised he's not targeting his neck. 'Cause usually that's like one of the things that anybody would go up against Bryan Danielson is targeting the neck. Let's see. Oh, okay. Drop kick by Bryan Danielson. Kicks. He's doing kicks to Nigel McGuinness. And of course, the crowd is saying yes. Double underhook. He's still holding on to that wrist, but he's still fighting. And that's why he's called the American Dragon, folks. Ooh, let's see. Nigel showing some offense. Ooh, drop kick by Bryan Danielson. Yeah, yeah, his forearm, his forearms he's holding on to. That's been a little bit of a thorn in his side because Nigel has been targeting that throughout majority of the entire match. Doing his kicks, another kick, kick. He just kicking Nigel McGuinness, kicking Nigel. Ooh, kick him in the head. One, two, kick out by Nigel. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at Nigel. Look at that. For someone that hasn't wrestled in a while, he is doing pretty good because he's only wrestled in 2 matches so far this year in AEW. No. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That was a bad, bad move. I really thought that match was over, but Danielson kicked out. He kicked out. Oof. All right. One, two. Kick out by Danielson. Oh, he's putting you in a submission hold. 13, 14 years since Nigel's last wrestled when he was oh wow, that's been a long time since he wrestled in TNA as well. So that's a long time that he's wrestled. And good to know for Boza like to checking out, doing a little fact checking. But so far they've been having a really good solid match. The crowd's on their feet. And looking by the stands live, almost every seat is filled within New York. Jeez. Well, fortunately, Brian Danielson hit his forearm, and Nigel, of course, has a smirk on his face. Oh, look at Danielson. Laid on his feet. Okay. Ooh, that forearm is gonna really bother him. Ooh, clothesline by Nigel. One. A lot of people in this crowd are rooting. It looks like a lot of people in this crowd. It's like even in a way, but I think after Nigel did that clothesline, the fans were going nuts, and I think they really want Nigel to win. I mean, I have nothing against Nigel, but I would love for Brian Danielson to win. I can't root against him. But Brian Danielson, he's fired up. He is fired up. Oh, thumb to the eye. Ooh. Clothesline. One, two. Ooh. I really thought Nigel was gonna get that win because that was a nasty clothesline. Who do you think accepts Jack Perry's open challenge for the TNT? Well, there is a lot, and it's gonna happen on Collision this weekend on Saturday. So, there's many choices, and we also have some guys on the show that were hurt. So, I think it's gonna be somebody we haven't seen in a while. Maybe Jay White, possibly Powerhouse Hobbs, because I know he's been slowly getting back into his rehabbing his injury that he suffered. So maybe him. Or maybe a guy we haven't seen in a while, Ricky Starks. That could be plausible, but I would love for it to be somebody that's just coming off the injured reserve list and just come back. Or I'll just throw one out there, Adam Cole. That's a possibility to wrestle. But oh yeah, Daniel Garcia. Yeah, Ricky Starks. Yeah, Daniel Garcia. We haven't seen Daniel Garcia since All Out as well. So that could be a possibility. Oh, going back to the match, Nigel McGuinness kicked out of a pinfall. This is a really set open challenge. Yep, that's what I just said earlier. The TNT Championship's gonna be on Collision. Not tonight. It's going to be on Collision this Saturday, along with a Tornadoes Trios match with members of the conglomeration that consists of Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Kyle O'Reilly, taking on the Learning Tree, which consisting of Chris Jericho, Brian Keith, and Big Bill, and that match is going to be nuts. Oh my goodness. Nigel really wants to tear apart Brian's forearm, but counter targeting his neck. I'm gonna tell you something. If Brian Danielson beats Nigel McGuinness, I feel like we're not gonna hear the end of it when he does commentary on Collision. I feel like we're not gonna hear the end of it. Both men are lie down. Brian Danielson's starting to feel it from the crowd. He's starting to feel it. All right. Yeah. Delivering kicks. Everybody cheer for Brian. Booing for McGuinness. It's like a chop fest. Ooh, Nigel targeting that forearm. He's targeting that forearm. You can see on the face of Danielson. Oof. Ooh, clothesline. Could this be over? Two. Kick out by Danielson. That was a nasty clothesline. That was a very, very nasty clothesline. And also, this is interesting because we are on the road to Wrestle Dream, which is it's on Saturday, October 12th. So it's 2 weeks from Saturday. So I'm pretty sure, I think after tonight, we'll probably get some matches made for Wrestle Dream, which is the next pay per view. And Brian Danielson putting a submission hold onto Nigel, but it looks like he's trying to resist it. Yeah, Nigel's way too smart for that. he's trying. He's trying to get a submission hold on Nigel. All right, is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? You got the lapel lock. Does he? Oh no! It looks like. Oh yes, he does. He has it locked in. I thought Nigel. It looks like Nigel's trying to get out of it. Ooh, he's gonna. Is he gonna tap? I didn't think he would tap. Well, it was a good match, but I didn't think he would. I think that happened to me, Boza. Same thing. I think that happened to me. Thank you, Bobby. I did have a great day today. It's been a nice Wednesday. And if you're joining, your winner is your world champion, Bryan Danielson. I really did not think it was going to end that much. I mean, I'm okay with it being a submission, but the way it ended was a. But I think I think we're probably going to hear about this on Collision on Saturday when Nigel returns to commentary. And right, and I'm curious what's going to happen after the match. Are they gonna or already maybe? But oh, hold on, hold on, wait a minute. Guess who's coming out? Now he went from Nigel to Christian. So let's see what Christian has to say as he walks down the ring. Because remember, he won the Casino Gauntlet match from All In, and he's guaranteed a world heavyweight title shot. So we shall see. And I'm curious on when is he going to cash that in opportunity. And look, it's Kip Sabian. Oh, look, it's Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian took his pen. Oh, trust me, the rivalry between Kip Sabian and Christian is uh-oh. And look who's there. Claudio and Pac. They intimidate Christian. Well, I mean, they scared Christian off, and of course it was nice to see Kip Sabian because, like I said, there is a rivalry happening. And up next, folks, it'll be the FTW Championship between Hook and Roderick Strong. I actually do enjoy this rivalry a bit. So I do enjoy the rivalry between Roderick Strong and Hook. So I'm very happy this match is going to be on Grand Slam. FTW rules. It really is going to be a fun match, and I'm very excited to see. So it's on commercial right now, but that was a really solid match. And let's see, I got donations today from a friend of mine. They donated. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it was so nice. That's so awesome to give back every now and then. And a lot of people don't know this, but I am very, very big on service. When I was Miss New Jersey for America Strong, my platform actually tackled food and menstrual inequity, and I had the chance to work with my local food bank, and I still to this day. So it's always good to make a difference in people's lives. If you guys missed it, watch WTF. Yes, it was a fun one. We were so happy to have the boss lady back, TK, and also our wonderful professor. It was definitely something that it was definitely a fun show on WWT Live earlier today. So it was really fun. We got to dive in on news that's happening around the wrestling world, along with getting a sneak peek about the Mr. McMahon documentary that's actually on Netflix right now. I only watched 2 episodes so far, but I'm not gonna give any spoilers. But it's a possibility WWT Live may be doing a watch along of the documentary. So keep your eyes and your heads, keep your ears and your eyes open on any surprise updates happening there. But thank you guys for joining this WWT Live AEW All Elite Grand Slam edition with your media and PR princess, your hummingbird of AEW, Courtney Rice. I am so excited to be here with all of you. Wow, we just had a really good solid match between Bryan Danielson and Nigel. Tore up the match tonight, and our your winner is our champion, Bryan Danielson. So kudos to him for. But like I said, I think we're gonna hear from. I don't think we're gonna hit the end of it from Nigel when he goes back to commentary on Collision this Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. And we saw Christian come out for a bit, and he looked like he was gonna sign the contract, but Kip Sabian took the pen and Christian was going to chase him, and he got stalled by Claudio and Pac, 2/3 of the Trio Championships, where I think they mentioned it last week that the Trios champions were going to issue an open challenge to all trios. So I'm, I mean, we saw Private Party stepping up to the plate, and of course, Isaiah Cassidy got his hand hurt by a hammer thanks to John Moxley. So I'm curious on what's going to happen with that open challenge because if it's not them, it could be the House of Black, it could be the Bang Bang Gang. And speaking of matches, we are back and we're getting ready for our second match of the night, the FTW Championship match. And here comes Hook. And Hook is just looking cool and sly as ever, and he's just ready for a fight. He's just ready for any kind of fight. And Hook, he's just awaiting his opponent for Roderick Strong. So this is the second match, and this has been an interesting rivalry because this actually started when they had that crazy tag team match, and apparently Hook, he put a submission hold on Roderick Strong, but Roderick's feet was on the rope, so the ref missed that. So this has been an interesting rivalry that's going back and forth. So here comes his opponent, Roderick Strong. It's been, oh, that's awesome, Bobby. And I'm happy that you're making a difference in people's lives. That is really good. No matter how big or small, it's always good to celebrate, make a difference in people's lives. What if Dustin Rhodes and Von Erichs accept Owen? Actually, that would be a really interesting one, Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs, because even though they're the Ring of Honor Trio champions, I wouldn't have a problem with that. So only time will tell, and we'll see who steps up to the plate. But we see Roderick Strong accompanied by Matt Taven and Michael Bennett from the Undisputed Kingdom. So you know there's going to be some shenanigans because it's FTW rules. So there will be a lot of shenanigans in this match. I would not be surprised if Taven and Bennett try to try to beat up on Hook, and it's a 3-on-1 advantage. So there's going to be some shenanigans, but I'm excited to see the fact. And it looks like Roderick Strong is a cheering section because a lot of people do like him. So we're ready to start. So it's ready to start match number 2. Bobby, it was nice to see Nigel McGuinness having a match on. Yeah, it really is, and I hope he doesn't stop wrestling because by the 2 matches I saw him in so far during his tenure at AEW, he looks like in great shape, and I feel like he can still go. He does have a few matches left in him, and I don't have a problem seeing Nigel wrestle. But like I said, we're not going to hear the end of it when when he goes back to commentary on Saturday on Collision. But switching gears, we have an FTW Championship match between Roderick Strong and Hook. And of course, you have the Undisputed Kingdom lurking, Matt Taven and Michael Bennett. So kicking off this match, and it looks like it looks like a little bit of a whole battle of the holds between each other. So Undisputed Kingdom pulled Roderick Strong out. He's trying to get his breather in. Look, he doesn't care. He Hook just wants to fight. He just went right through Taven and Michael Bennett. That's how fearless Hook is. Well, this actually is sort of a homecoming for Hook because he's is from New York, and I'm sure it's an awesome moment because his daddy's doing commentary. Well, here comes the kendo stick because we're friendly reminder, folks. It's FTW rules. Ooh, kendo stick. hit, hitting Michael Bennett, hitting Matt Taven. Oh boy. Oof. Ooh, the back of his head hit that rail. Roderick Strong. Look at that. Suplex to Michael Bennett. Sucker punch to Matt Taven. Oh man. Ooh. Oof. Ooh, right in the ring post. Ugh. Well, even though it's in picture, at least we still get the match going. It just feels weird when it's like it's showing the live match, but also it's on commercial. It's really awkward. But this match is still going on, and Roderick Strong is Roger pulling Hook back into the ring. I will say this is going to be a very solid match, and I hope they do use a lot of a variety mixed of weapons in this match. 'Cause come on, it's FTW rules, and you're in New York, so it only makes sense to use it. So Hook's trying to show some offense. Roderick Strong with the chop. And also, they're showing the commercial for the People's Choice Country Awards. And if you did not watch our WWT Live from earlier today, Cody Rhodes is going to be one of the presenters of that show. So, congratulations to Cody. He deserves all the success and the best. And it's always nice to see some of the wrestlers, not just in WWE, but everywhere, getting national recognition and also be presenters at these types of award shows. So kudos to him. And we're going to be going back to this FTW match between Roderick Strong and Hook. And between them, it looks like Roderick Strong has a submission hold on Hook. Looks like he has a hold. Oof. Yeah, he has a submission hold on to Hook. Let's see. Roderick Strong, and looks like Hook's trying to break off the submission. Well, that's the one positive thing of it being picture in picture. At least you get to see the match live while also showing the commercials. So that's always a positive thing. But like I said earlier, this is Courtney Rice, WWT's media and PR princess. It is All Elite Grand Slam tonight. And before I get any further, I definitely want to thank people that are stopping by and joining the watch along with Boza, Hasteen, Swag Kid, Pat Chu, JD Smith, digital artist, Bobby. Thank you guys for joining on this watch along tonight. If you missed it, we kicked off with Nigel McGuinness versus Brian Danielson, where Brian Danielson won by submission. And also, we are kicking off with our second contest of the night, the FTW Championship between Roderick Strong and Hook. And this has been a solid match so far between these two. And just a quick FYI, Michael Bennett and Matt Taven are at ringside, so there will be probably shenanigans throughout this match because it is FTW rules. Who would you like to see have a match against Nigel McGuinness? Oh, that's always a good. Well, I'm trying to think who would be a good person alongside Nigel McGuinness. It's very hard to choose who should face him because there are so many other options out there. It could be. I'm just throwing it out there. It could be Ricochet. It could be Will Ospreay, Maybe if he's 100% cleared, Adam Copeland. Um, there's many, many options, but Orange Cassidy? Orange could be another one. I mean, there's so many other options that Nigel could choose from. Or I'm actually gonna throw a curveball in there. This is gonna be a curveball, and this will throw everybody a left field. I know people say Kyle O'Reilly or Roderick Strong. I would like to see Nigel go up against the wrestler that actually inspired him to get back in the ring, which would be Max Caster. And a little fact is I was watching his interview with Chris Van Vliet, and he asked him a question on who did he look up to in wrestling. And of course, he picked Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Shibata, Danielson. But the person that put the spark in him back into wrestling was Nigel McGuinness. Talk about full circle moment. That would be crazy. Wrestling against the guy who put the spark in you back in professional wrestling again. But that's just kind of a left field. That's a left field. And I think probably Max Caster would really love that, wrestling against one of his heroes he watched as a kid. So that'd be great. And going back to the match, ooh, Roger Strong, what a kick. 1, 2, kick out by hook. Oof. Of course, Roger Strong sort of temper tantrum. Ooh, look at that. How about Anthony? I could see Bowens doing that match, but I mean, Max Caster, Nigel McGuinness, that has to be like a match that he's been wanting to. Ooh, and it looks like Hook, he put Roger Strong in a submission hold. Is Roger going to tap? Is he going to tap? He's going to tap out. He's going to tap. And your winner and still FTW champion is Hook. That was actually a really good, solid match. And oof, Roger Strong. Hook is your FTW champion. I thought there was going to be some shenanigans in this match, but it looks like the match is going to be nuts. Oof, it doesn't look good because it's 3-on-1, and I knew it was going to end in shenanigans. And it looks like Roderick Strong's trying to get a handshake, but I smell something fishy. Well, it looks like they shook hands. Him and Roderick. Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. That is something I would never expect Roderick to do, but he shook Hook's hand out of respect. That is awesome. 10-8 will be nuts for fans and content. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately. Oh, Hook's talking to Tony. Let's see what he has to say to Tony Schiavone. Yeah, it's a homecoming for him. He's from New York with his daddy. Okay. Hook's Hook's thinking of the fans. Wow. Well, folks, it looks like the FTW championship is retired, and what better way to do it than in New York? And it's nice that him and Taz have a nice father-son moment, but after retiring that, I mean, it looks like Hook is I smell future goals for him. Does it mean possibly he may challenge for the TNT championship? Only time will tell. We shall see. But we shall see. But but they just announced the next contest. It will be, excuse me, the AEW Tag Team Championships will be the Young Bucks against Will Ospreay and Will Ospreay. Oh God, my brain is so dead. The Young Bucks against Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher for the AEW Tag Team Championships. That match is next. Um, I just have a gut feeling, and I've been saying this for the last couple weeks. I have a feeling Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family are going to turn on Will Ospreay. I just have a feeling. You can have Miro. Yeah, Shizuki could accept Jalen. I'm looking at the comments right here. Jack Perry is That is true. That is true. Yeah, they're doing double duty tonight because after Dynamite, they have to record Rampage. I meant Rampage Collision. So kudos to them for doing that. Hook can maybe go after AEW Championship too. Yeah, it's a possibility. AEW International, TNT. I don't think that happens. I think we get new champions. What else is there? Well, I don't know because I just have this feeling. And I've been saying this for weeks that they're gonna turn on Will Ospreay. And I don't want to have a problem with Will Ospreay being double champion, but um I don't know. I just have this feeling that Don Callis is gonna turn on Will Ospreay. And I just feel like there's gonna be some shenanigans going in them. But and also and I've been saying this for the last couple weeks in regards to the tag team division because I know the Young Bucks, they're the champs, but it has been hard to see because I thought at least when they won it, they would be in a good rivalry. Now they were in it with the Acclaim, but of course, nothing against FTR, but FTR kind of got in the way of that, and I really wanted to see that develop since that's been a full circle moment. Because as I mentioned last week, 4 years ago, when the Acclaimed was a new team in 2020, the Young Bucks were the tag team champions. Circle back 4 years later, who are the tag team champions? The Young Bucks. So it's very hard to say, but I think it is going to be a good match. I mean, I would not be shocked if the Young Bucks did retain, but I will say if they do retain, my bold prediction stands. They're going to drop it at Full Gear. If they retain tonight, they're going to drop it at Full Gear. That's my bold prediction, but we shall see. And but we're getting ready for our third match of the night, the tag team match between the Young Bucks and against Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. So this is gonna be I think this is gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be a fun match, but I would not be shocked if this match ended in shenanigans. And of course we're gonna hear Don Callis. Of course we're gonna hear Don Callis doing commentary. But here comes Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Our beloved AEW International Champion Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. I'm surprised Don Callis is not with them because usually Don Callis accompanies them, which I'm very surprised. Interesting. But this is going to be a really good match. I saw somebody that had a sign said, "I'm a Don Callis guy." Well, even though Don Callis has been booed out the building, he has a little bit of a fan base. But they're when they I know when they look, they have similar attire, same color. And I will say, well, Osprey is a busy man because he has the tag team titles tonight, this match, and then next week is the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite, where he's facing off against Ricochet for the AEW International Championship. So that's gonna be a fun match. And look at that. And plus, I'm happy to see a lot of Cal Fletcher on Dynamite. Like, he's been putting on some really good matches, and I hope he has a really good storyline ahead of AEW making their debut in Australia in February 2025. So, and I'm saying this sarcastically, we are going to be appearing by our beloved tag team champions. I was being sarcastic, but and it looks different, and they're in white, which I never see them be in white. So they're slowly making their way down the ring. Tony Storm is doing it. Ooh, Mina Shirakawa. That's amazing. I may have to watch that match on Saturday because Stardom is a actual wrestling promotion I have my eye on. So I definitely want to see some matches from Stardom. Sorry, I was laughing because Fletcher and Will Ospreay were mimicking the Young Bucks. That was really cute and funny. Oh my goodness. Well, this is gonna be a really good. What the heck is on Matthew's hair? I know it's pearls and all, but so let's get ready for this tag team title match at Grand Slam. It is Young Bucks against the Osprey and Cal Fletcher. Ooh, Will Osprey. Okay, so in the yellow, I just want to make sure. In the yellow, it's Nicholas, and in the red, it's Matthew. And I don't know what the heck is on Matthew's hair. I know he has pearls and all, but really? Really? Cal Fletcher? Oh, double team. And I said this many times. You can say what you want about the Young Bucks. I had my own fair share of opinions, but this is where they become a little bit dangerous because of the synergy and teamwork they have together. And that's what makes them tag team champions. Ooh, double kick. Oh, I'm telling you, Fletcher and Will Ospreay are making this too easy. They're making this way too easy. Oh, what are they going to do here? Oh, I disregarded. Don Callis is doing commentary. So just to let you know, he is doing commentary. Oh, Bobby, you're a fan of the Young Bucks? Come on. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. I'm not that. No, I can't do that. But everybody's allowed to who love everybody is allowed to love their favorite wrestler, whoever they want. So there's no shame here on WWT Live. But thankfully, this is a picture in picture. I can watch this match. So tag is made to Kyle. So I believe this is Matthew. Throughout well, and then of course Nicholas is trying to put a beating on Will Ospreay. Oh god. Why why does he have those pearls in their hair? I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, why does he have pearls on his hair? But anyways, trying to go back to the match. Kyle Fletcher and Nicholas. Oh, well, thank you guys for joining. On the We're almost in the first hour of AEW Grand Slam. This is Courtney Rice, WWT's media princess and hummingbird to AEW, and I'm super excited to be with you here tonight. We've had a really good, solid episode of Grand Slam so far. Of course, we kicked it off with Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, our AEW World Heavyweight Champion, won by submission. Then we got to see the FTW Championship between Hook and Roderick Strong. That was a solid match, and we got to see Roderick and Hook shake hands, along with shaking hands with the Undisputed Kingdom, showing a sign of respect, which I love. And also, he retired the FTW Championship. So, big things on the horizon for Hook. So, there's a lot of options there. He can go for either the TNT Championship, he can go for the AEW International Championship. Many options to choose from. But we'll see in the coming weeks on what direction Hook is going to go to. And right now, we have an AEW Tag Team title match with the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, along with Don Callis on commentary. So far, this has been a real solid match. It looks like Matthew, no, Nicholas is in the ring with Kyle Fletcher. I just have to make sure. See, Matthew, you should not be wearing pearls on your hair. Well, Osprey's waiting for the tag. Oof, Will Osprey. Will Osprey makes this way too easy. He makes it way too easy, and I'm pretty sure Ricochet is watching in the back because next week on the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite, he's facing off against Will Osprey for the AEW International Championship, and that is going to be a fun match. So let's see, is Will Osprey going to do the blade? Okay, so just to let you know, as I mentioned earlier, the green, yellow is Matthew, and in the red on the side of the part is Nicholas. So I just had to make sure because I know they're twins. I just had to make sure. But I kind of wish Nicholas took off those goddamn pearls on his hair. They're gonna bother me. I don't know why, but it's like, ugh, don't put pearls on your hair. Yeah, Cal Fletcher thrown on the outside. Are they gonna do EVP Trigger to Will Ospreay? Yeah. Oh, look at Will Ospreay! That man is quick. Come on, is he gonna get it? 1, 2. What? Okay, 1, 2. Jeez, and I can hear the fans booing. Okay, tagging in to Cal Fletcher. Oh man. Ooh! Hidden Blade. All 4 people are laid out. All 4, and all the fans are going nuts. Even Doug Callis. This is going nuts. Who's gonna leave being AEW Tag Team Champions? Who? Oh boy, all 4 men. Here comes Nicholas. It's Nicholas and Cal Fletcher. He's trying to taunt him. Trying to taunt him. Oof. He gave him a sucker punch, Cal Fletcher. Don't mess with an angry Aussie. Hey, Cal Fletcher, he's showing some good offense. Ooh. Ooh, what a kick. Oh, he was gonna do the blade. Hurricanrana. They have Kyle. Oh man. No, are they really gonna do it? No. Whoa. To Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Driver to Kyle Fletcher. Oof. He's out cold. He is out cold, Kyle Fletcher. Will Ospreay, he's out too. And the ref's making that 10 count. Hold on. He's almost at 10. Come on, get in there, Kyle. Ooh, he made it right before the 10 count. Yeah, like Kyle is out. Oof, kick to the head. So we're gonna do another picture in picture with the AEW tag team titles. Of course, they're showing the match live, but we're also commercials. And this has been a really good solid match. And this is actually one of the focal points of AEW is their tag team division because that's been their strongest pursuit because there's been so many good tag teams from that division, from the Young Bucks to the Acclaimed to Private Party to Top Flight to FTR to also the House of Black as a tag team. So many good tag teams, and hopefully, because I did say a big goal for me, I would love to see the tag team titles defended on the main event of a pay-per-view show. I've seen it on Dynamite, but that would be epic. And you just have to get the right tag teams to create an epic and killer storyline and get all your ducks in a row. And that's something I definitely want to see in the next couple months. Ooh, dropkick to Cup Fletcher. 1, 2, saved by Will Ospreay. Aw, thank you, Bobby. I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying AEW Dynamite. Thank you all for joining. And we are in, we just surpassed hour number 1, and we are in the final hour of AEW Grand Slam in New York. And so far, we still have the tag team title match happening right now, which is a really good match between the Young Bucks and Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. Hi, Travis. Thank you for joining tonight's watch along. Thank you, Sports for You, for joining along on this watch along because we got a good tag team title match happening right now. So I'm just waiting for the picture in picture to fade out. But oof, it looks like Kyle Fletcher's busted open. He's in the ring with Nicholas Jackson. Oof. 1, 2. Kick out made. Tag made to Matthew. Looks like he's trying to taunt Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher looks like he's almost busted open. All right, so it looks like Young Bucks are going to do double tap. Ooh, that's epic. 1, 2. Kick out by Kyle Fletcher. I will say he's showing some resilience and guts, Kyle Fletcher. You got to give him some credit and respect because he really put on some good matches the last couple of months, not just on Dynamite, but also on Collision too. So he's put on some really good matches. And we're back live. And we're back live on to Grand Slam with this AEW World Tag Team Championship. Oh, oh my goodness. Look at this. Double tag team! Are we going to see new tag team champions? 2? Oh no, I really thought that was going to happen. Tag to Will Ospreay. Is he going to do the blade? Is he doing hidden blade? Whoa! Will Ospreay. Is he going to be a double champion heading into the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite? Is he? 2? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Nicholas threw Kyle Fletcher out the ring. I wouldn't be shocked if Don Callis tried to interfere in the match because he's very sneaky. I know he knows what Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher can do on their own, but he can be very sneaky. Ooh. What's he going to do? Is he going to do Tiger Drive 91? He's going to do it. Ooh, what a kick. Ooh. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's fired up. Oh no. Ooh, what a kick. Ooh, Bulldog. I think they're going to do a double team. Do it. Here comes Will Ospreay. Ooh, what a kick. Kyle Fletcher. Okay, what? Look out for it. Whoa! Well, Ospreay did his move. Is this it? No, they're going to do the pile driver? Are we going to have new tag team champions? Is Will Ospreay going to be a double champion? Is he? Oh no! I really thought he was going to be double champion. Is he going to do it? Are they going to do it? Double team. Is this it? This has to be it. Will Ospreay? Double champion? Oh no 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 no! Kick out! I really thought right there he was going to be a double champion. Oh man. Kick to Matthew. Is this gonna be it? Is Will Ospreay gonna be a double champion? Superflex? Oh, that is it. This has to be it. No. Unbelievable. Well, it is one of the best tag team matches so far we've had this year. Of course, my other favorite tag team match that I got to see was the Acclaim versus FTR on Collision. Even though that ran out of time, that was a good match. So it's just been fun seeing tag team matches. See, it's good. Wait, what's Don Callis doing? What's Don? What's he doing? He, he's got the screwdriver that hit with Kenny Omega. What's Don doing? I knew that Slickster was up to no good. What's he doing? Don Callis. He is such a sneaky little thing. Usually, this is something that the Young Bucks would be doing because they're used to this kind of stuff. Considering they get away with it. And actually, I would not be upset if Kyle Fletcher hit the Young Bucks with a screw. And well, Ospreay's trying to tell him don't hit him with the screw. Oh, wait a minute. They got the tag team belts. Hit him with the belt. One. Hold on. Hit him with the belt. Roll up. One, two. Oh, I really thought that he was going to retain. Is this it? Kick. EVP trigger. Is this it? One, two, three. When you deal with these trolls, they will do anything. Well, that is true. But I did say Bosa. I made a bold prediction that they're going to drop it at Full Gear. And I was kind of very peeved about their promo last week. Actually, no, 2 weeks ago. When they said they beat up every tag team in the division. No, they didn't. Because there is a tag team that they did not beat, that they couldn't beat. And unfortunately, in controversial fashion. So, don't worry. I am picking the Acclaimed because they have a chip on their shoulder. They got screwed out of their match against it from FT. They did get screwed out of their match against the Young Bucks, courtesy of FTR. So I hope, and plus it would be nice to see an AEW original take those titles away from them. And they've been around the block since 2020. So if I were the Young Bucks, you better be lurking because you have a target on your back and you do have a tag team that has your number. You just That is true. I know. That really hasn't had a match against. I know. That has been kind of a thing because the one thing that did piss me off 2 weeks ago because the Acclaimed and FTR are actually doing something the Young Bucks aren't doing is they're letting the other tag teams shine. Like Grizzled Young Vets, they're in a feud with FTR. The Outrunners, they've aligned themselves with FTR. The Acclaimed, they're in a feud with MXM Collection, and that's just really awesome to see them give these other tag teams shining. And that's something the Young Bucks should do and consider they're the tag team champions and they haven't wiped the floor off of every single tag team. Now, if they did beat them, that would be great, but we'll see what happens. And speaking of that, we get to hear from the conglomeration Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Rocky Romero, and of course, my boy Orange Cassidy. So let's see what Mr. Mark has to say. How can you not like Mark Briscoe? He's such a treasure. like Bar Frisco. I just love them. Or Orange is just orange. That's why he's the smoothest operator. It's always a treat seeing the conglomeration, and they will be in action this Saturday on Collision. Oh, and we are actually going to hear from Prince Nana himself to check on the status of Swerve Strickland. So it's always a treat seeing Nana. And he has his own coffee brand, by the way, folks. So make sure if you do follow him on Instagram, make sure to check out his coffee. So let's see what Mr. Nana has to say. Well, Rosa, it may be a silly dance, but hey, it's taking the world by storm. And hey, it kind of aligns with Swerve. Thanks, Ari. I'm so happy that you're here and on the special edition of AEW Grand Slam. So let's hear what Prince Nana has to say about the status of Swerve Strickland. Oh my God. No way. Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is MVP doing? Oh boy. Wow. I can't believe it. MVP came out and I mean, I didn't think MVP was gonna pop up in New York and taking Swerve from Nana. Come on, really? You want to break up Swerve and Nana? My goodness, MVP. Whoo, that was like completely out of left field. I did not expect MVP to make an appearance on Dynamite. That was crazy. There were rumors that the Hurt Syndicate would go to. Yeah, he wants to steal a Swerve. I'm like, why does he want to steal it from Nana? Why? I don't want Nana and Swerve to break up. Not just yet, but I'm pretty sure he did. Where you guys look? Ooh, it's nice to see people from Canada. I'm actually from New Jersey. So, well, folks, we are halfway through AEW Grand Slam, and this is Courtney Rice, WWT's media and PR princess, and also the Hummingbird to AEW. I just want to thank everybody for joining on this tonight watch along, and it has been a really good All Elite Grand Slam, and we just had a really good tag team championship match between the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. And also moments ago, I'm still in shock. I can't believe it. MVP is on AEW, and he wants to take Swerve away from Prince Nana. But I'm very curious on how that's going to go. So, as Nana mentioned, Swerve is not medically cleared as of yet, but hopefully we get to see him at Wrestle Dream because Wrestle Dream is in his hometown, so it would be a nice homecoming for him to attend the pay per view. And if you also did not mention the news from this past week, the deal is almost set that AEW is going to switch over to Max streaming, which is incredible news. It'll save everybody money. And also, could you imagine like all the programming, all the pay-per-views on Max? Completely epic. I don't know what the first pay-per-view is going to be. I predict either Wrestle Dream or Full Gear. But I'm really excited. What did you think of the Hangman Swerve match at All Out? Did you think it was too violent? I didn't think it was too violent because that's like the atmosphere, and plus it was in Chicago, so I know the whole atmosphere was going to be nitty and gritty and violent. But when Hangman had that syringe in Swerve's mouth, I was like, "Wow, that's something I didn't expect." But it really did play up hard because we all knew it was going to be violent, especially on what Hangman did to Swerve's childhood home. So it wasn't too violent, but it really did live up to the expectations and the hype going into it. They both delivered, and I don't think it'll be the last time we see these two be in the same ring together. So Swerve isn't cleared yet, so hopefully he'll be cleared by Wrestle Dream. So I'm just waiting for these commercials to end. But we do have some action to cover. Of course, our main event's going to be Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. Winner of that match gets that shot for the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. We also have our women's tag team match. And and I think, yep, this is Jack Perry. Jack Perry riding his truck. Let's see. And driving into New York, New York. So, which I'm surprised because I thought at least he would be doing his open challenge on Collision, but okay, I had to make sure that bus, the bus, Jack Perry's scapegoat bus is heading there, so the open challenge will be on Collision. So I'm very intrigued on who's going to be. Hello, do you watch alongs for WWE? So here on WWT Live, we actually do a few watch alongs for WWE. We have Tuesday night NXT, which is hosted by our councilman. He does the watch alongs for NXT. Also, we have our Honey Night SmackDown, which is hosted by my sister Honey, where she does the coverage for SmackDown. They used to do it for Raw, but Raw, that's kind of up in the air. So I know they're reducing to 2 hours soon. But yep, we have a watch along for NXT. We have a watch along for SmackDown and a watch along for Dynamite. And also, speaking of WWT Live, because we advocate here for the ladies, we're getting ready for our AEW Women's Championship match between Yuka Sakazaki and the Glamour, your AEW Women's Champion Mariah May. So this is going to be a fun match that I'm excited to see. I wonder who did her makeup. Her makeup actually looks spot on. Yuka's not wasting no time. Yuka was not wasting no time. She just went in. Don't underestimate her because of her size and her voice. She can go. This is her second title defense. This is her second title defense. Thank you for that, Bobby. Let's see. Yuka is trying to show some offense here. 1, 2, kick out by Mariah May. Let's see. Who do you think should eventually defeat May for the title? There's a lot of women that are out there. Of course, I mean, I would love to see her continue her feud with Queen Amanada because she did take out her friend Sky Blue at All Out. There's her. There's Mina Shirakawa. I'm trying to think of who else. There's Mina. Maybe a rematch from Toni Storm because we have not seen Toni Storm since All In at Wembley Stadium. I know she's been doing media tour promoting Australia, but I would like to see her continue her rival with Queen Amanada. That's something I would love to see because trust me, the confrontation they had and the match they had, even though it was a title eliminator match, that could be something in the fray. Her first. Yes, thank you for clarification, Bobby. I do remember the title defense against Nyla Rose. It was Beauty and the Beast. Well, looks like going back in the ring, Yuka and Mariah. I know Mariah May emulated Toni Storm and she wants to do the Storm Zero, but if she wants to be conniving and she wants to be dangerous, I feel like she needs to get her own finishing move that's like vicious and deadly, which I know she can, but I'm pretty sure she can find like a deadlier finishing move since she's perceived as like this conniving, vicious, heartless woman. Are there any Ring of Honor wrestlers that you think should be on the main Dynamite roster? Um, I haven't had the chance to dive into Ring of Honor that much. I would love to see Athena on there, even though she is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. I would love for her to be on AEW sometime soon. I know she's a champ and all, but it'd be nice for her to make an appearance every now and then just to show up. Oh, and let's see. Mariah May's trying to slap to Yuka. Oh yeah, Trisha Dora, because she's with the infantry. That's another tag team right there. I know the infantry and Trisha Dora have been on Ring of Honor lately, but I would like the infantry to get back in the tag team title fray on AEW. And yes, Billy Starks, because I know she's Billy Starks too, because she is in a stable with Athena. It's like her, Athena, Lexi Nair, and I forget who's the other person, but yeah, they have a little stable over at Ring of Honor. Oh, Mariah May. What's she gonna do here? Yuka, 1, 2, kick out by Mariah May. Yuka doing a roll up. 1, 2. Oh, cover. Oh, look at Yuka. She's doing. Oh my goodness, she's taking her on a merry-go-round. Yuka Sakazaki. 2. Oh, kick out. A little dizzy. Would you have Dr. Britt Baker as a potential? Well, considering she is a former AEW Women's Champion, I could not see. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if that did happen. And she's supposed to come back next week in her hometown of Pittsburgh, facing off against the Professor. So that's going to be very fun to see. Who? Ooh, kick out by Yuka. What do you think about the duo of Camille and Mercedes? So far they are a perfect pairing with each other. I think the one thing I kind of wish I would see them is kind of appear a lot more on television. I know she is the TBS and New Japan Strong Women's Champion, and she has been wrestling in other promotions. But it would be nice for them to pop up and kind of give people a reminder on who's the face of TBS. And I know a couple weeks ago we saw Camille wrestle on Rampage, but Mercedes was not at ringside. So we did get to see Camille in action, but they are a duo that should not be messed with. So it would be nice to see them a lot of TV time for them. And of course, they are aligning with the Elite, so I would probably see a lot more of that. I kind of would see a lot of more interaction with them as well, since she does have the EVPs in her back pocket. Ooh, and just like that, Mariah May retains the AEW Women's Championship. And she's been active for a couple weeks. She wants Mina Shirokana. She wants Mina. Oh, and look at Yuka. What's she doing here? Oh, and speaking, Willow Nightingale, because I know she's friends with Yuka Sakazaki. I know she had to end her feud with Chris Statlander. Oh, Mina? Is that Mina Shirokana? We haven't seen Mina in weeks. Look at Mina. She's like, wait, 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 wait. Mina kind of looks puzzled. We could be having, yeah, we could be, because Willow's been around the block for AEW, so that, like, if she's not having if Mariah's not having a feud with Queen Amanada, I wouldn't mind seeing her against Willow. Or, side note, I wouldn't be shocked if Mina Shirakawa was the next opponent for her. I'm just throwing out names, but we'll see what happens with the ladies, because this is WWT Live and we advocate here for the ladies. So I always love to see the women of AEW shine, especially on whether it's Dynamite or Collision or Rampage. I just love seeing the ladies wrestle. But folks, we are halfway through. We are halfway through, and we are now in our main event. It is Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. The winner of that match gets that shot at the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And I know our beloved champion will be watching this in the back. And I would not be shocked if he tried to interfere in this match, because he is itching for revenge after what happened to him at All Out. So I'm very excited. I am very happy to have all of you here tonight on this All Elite, the special edition of All Elite Grand Slam. And I want to thank everybody for joining up tonight. Also, I will be doing a post reaction too. So after the watch along, I will be doing a post show, giving my reaction, my thoughts, especially on what's happening on tonight's Grand Slam. So make sure to tune in, because I will be giving my thoughts on what's happening. So I definitely, again, want to give a shout out to everybody that's been joining this special edition of AEW All Elite Grand Slam in New York. So there's one more match. So I have to give a shout out to Bosa, Austin, Swag, Kid, Pat Chu, JD Smith, Digital Artist, Bobby. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Travis Berg, Sports for You, Ari, Swag Kid. Definitely want to thank everybody for joining on this watch along tonight. And we are just moments away from our main event. Darby Allin, Jon Moxley. I am excited to see this match. Definitely need some water, especially when you talk so much, you feel like your throat is so dry. So just have to make sure that my voice and my throat stay hydrated. But it is main event. Yes, Tony Schiavone, it is main event time, and here comes Jon Moxley, and I'm sure he's going to have Marina Shafir with him. And also a little known fact, and also I'm starting to notice this too, because I don't know why, but Marina Shafir, she's kind of giving me a little bit of shades of China. Because remember when China first came on the scene and she was kind of a more of like a powerhouse person? I don't know why, but I feel like they're trying to replicate her as China. So that was just my thought. But let's just be I know she's trying to replicate it, but nobody, and I mean nobody, could do or replicate what the Ninth Wonder of the World did. Your thoughts on the Virtua? Yeah, I mean, I actually like them together. I know Deanna has mentioned that they tag team together in the past in the independent scene. So I think it was either CMLL or a similar independent scene. They tag team together. So it actually makes a lot of sense. And also, Taya did help her in her lumberjack match against Thunder Rosa. So they are a tag team that I could see like doing a lot of damage. I would not be shocked if they had alignment with like Chris Statlander or the women's champion, possibly Mercedes Moné. You never know. Who do you think Marina Shafir will or should feud with all the women in AEW? Well, looking well, looking at the roster, there is a lot of women that I could see her going up against. I mean, Chris Statlander, Thunder Rosa, Willow Nightingale. I'm trying to think who else that I could possibly see. I mean, I'll throw a curveball in. Tony Storm, Jamie Hager. Definitely, I would love to see Marina go against Jamie. That would be crazy. Soraya, probably. There's a lot of women that could stand toe to toe with Marina Shafir, and I think it would be nice to have a female counterpart aligned with. I know Darby, he likes to go on his own, but you got to need that female counterpart, especially if you're going up against John Moxley with Marina Shafir. So that would be great. And we are now in main event time. I got to see Darby Allin come to the ring, John Moxley in the ring. It is main event time. And I also did see they put an announcement in on Full Gear because I think they mentioned tickets are going on sale soon. Alex Windsor. Yeah, so a little known fact with Alex Windsor. She is the wife of Will Ospreay. And I've seen her matches on Rampage and Collision, and one of them was against Tony Storm. That was an epic match. So Alex Windsor is tough. So trying to get our attention back to the main event. John Moxley trying to get the upper hand. Oh, Darby Allin's already bloodied. His mouth's already bleeding. He's already busted open. I can't believe it. Darby Allin, his mouth is already busted open, and we haven't been in the match for 5 minutes. All right, so let's see. John Moxley kicking. He just kicked the man's jaw. The fans are rooting for Darby Allin, so time for Darby. Come on, Darby! Oh man, his mouth is busted open. That's what I'm saying. We haven't been in the match for at least 10 minutes, and his mouth is already busted open. But the one thing I can say about Darby Allin is he will not quit. He has resilience, he has determination, and he will just go until he can't stop breathing no more. So that's why I have a lot of respect for Darby Allin. And he's targeting his knee. Darby Allin trying to show some offense. And like I said, I would not be shocked if Bryan Danielson tried to come out during the match as well, because he is lurking around somewhere. Oof, Darby. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Darby just went flying. Darby shows him offense. This guy will not quit. Scratch on the back. Ooh, drop kick. That's the one thing I say about Darby. He may be small, but don't underestimate him. Ew. Oh man. He got Moxley belt. Although we are in September rather than December, who do you consider the most impressive female? Ooh. It's really interesting because there's been a lot of females that have been a lot of impressive throughout this whole year. From Roxanne Perez in NXT to Liv Morgan to Rhea Ripley to Bailey, Tiffany Stratton. Of course, on the AEW side, Willow Nightingale, Mariah May, Tony Storm, um, Chris Statlander is another one. Athena, because she is the reigning Ring of Honor Women's Champion. So there's been a lot of impressive female wrestlers. And I will say, some of these rosters, most specifically NXT, is stacked. So there have been so many great female wrestlers. And if this is WWE Talk, so we advocate for all the ladies here. So going back to the main event, ooh, he had a stare down. Oof, he had a stare down with Marina Shafir. I will say if this happened back then, because it reminds me a little bit with China. It reminds me a little bit with China back in the day with her and Triple H. If somebody got in China's face, that guy would probably punch her in the face. But I know Darby can handle stuff, but I would not be shocked if he had a female counterpart to help him with Marina. Oh yes, Chelsea Green. Chelsea, I can't forget about Chelsea. She's been, and also not this Friday, but next Friday, she will be in a dumpster match. The first ever female dumpster match against Mi Chin. That is going to be an epic. Well, I don't know, but well, Rosa, just to be fair, I mean, I'm trying to think in my head because there are a few AEW originals. I'm not sure if he created them all, but there are a few AEW originals that still stand. Of course, that we have the timeless Tony Storm. Also, Orange Cassidy is another AEW original. There's a few in there. And then, of course, the tag team he created, because he actually was the one that created the Acclaim. So, you see. But yes, it is a nice match because I will say Darby is showing a lot of guts. He's showing a lot of strength. And also, of course, his buddy Sting is watching closely because I know he's probably, well, we've seen a lot of wacky stuff happen, but I know he's retired and everything else. But Sting, the icon, is lurking around to make sure his pal Darby is okay. So every now and then, it's always nice to see the icon Sting. So but it has been a good match so far. He's showing resilience. And Moxley has him in a headlock. Okay. Throws him outside to the ring. Oof, Darby. He's like laid out. And then, of course, Marina Shafir is trying to kick him. Marina Shafir. I will say she's no joke. Little known fact, if you did not know, Marina is married to Roderick Strong. So just a little quick FYI. And she's also close friends with Ronda Rousey. But looking at the main event, oh, Darby! He's putting punches on. Get him, Darby! How would you book Harley Cameron in AEW GrandSlam in Australia since she's from that country? Ooh, that would be interesting. I will say Harley Cameron has improved wrestling wise. She has improved wrestling wise, and her and Saraya had just been a perfect match in heaven together. And I know this is left field, but I would kind of like to see her go for the TBS championship. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but she has got some wins under her belt. But I would love for her to keep that momentum going and rack up a few wins and possibly challenge for the TBS championship in Australia. That would be really epic for Harley Cameron. So that's just me on left field. And also because Saraya has a history with Mercedes. People tend to forget Saraya has history with Mercedes, and I could imagine the smack talk they would have with each other. So that would be pretty epic. But going back to the main event, Darby Allin, Steve Diaz resilient. Is he going to do a coffin drop? Nope. Drop kick. Darby, he's not quitting. You better get him in the ring. And plus, little side note, it's always nice to hear good old Jim Ross announcing on Grand Slam. It's just always a treat, and happy that he was able to commentate throughout the whole night. Oh, he took out the ring. He took out the turnbuckle. He really wants to murder him. He really wants to do that, which one I don't blame him for. Get him. Oh boy. Ooh, struck by John Moxley. Ugh. Oh boy. Harvey looks like he's laid out. So next, so that's it. Oh, 1, 2. Come on, Darby. Ooh, 1, 2. Kick out. Oh, Darby got him in the submission. Oh, he's trying to break his fingers. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Have you personally met any AEW wrestlers? I actually have. I never mentioned it, but a little fact, I actually met a few AEW wrestlers. I kind of have to go back a little bit on AEW. So my brother actually did an autograph signing with Private Party, and I actually met them, which was so cool. They're super sweet. I love Private Party. And also, when I was Miss New Jersey for America Strong, I actually met a few wrestlers, and it was so interesting because they're not used to seeing a pageant, a beauty queen, be there, along with having a love for professional wrestling. So that was also epic too. When I was Miss New Jersey, I actually got to meet not only Mariah May before she turned on Tony Storm, but I also got to meet Max Caster, which I could tell he was not used to having any pageant girls come to his table. So I think I made him a little bit nervous, but he was very sweet when I met him. And it was only just him since he's from Long Island and he was actually at a meet and greet in Jersey. So it was really nice to meet him. And looking at this, Man, he wants to destroy Darby Allin. He really wants to destroy. I mean, I know he wants to beat him, but he wants to destroy him. Oh boy. Oh man. That's concrete. Come on, Darby. Ooh, got a counter. Oh my goodness. Who are the nicest in real life? Oh my goodness, there's so many. Mariah was very sweet when I met her. She was super, super nice. I actually got to meet Big Bill too when him and Enzo. Oh, Darby hit some concrete. That had to really hurt. It's not nice when you hit concrete. Oh man, Darby. Ooh, and on the steel steps too. So already go back to my question, who are the nicest? Mariah May was very nice. When I met Big Bill, when him and Enzo were together, I got to meet them as a duo. And this is when Bill was still, I think this was when he was with AEW. So they were really nice. Caster was very, Max Caster, I know people kind of rip him off on Twitter, but he was very, very nice to me because I've heard a lot of good things about him. I never met his tag team partner, Bowen, but Max was very super sweet when I met him. Does John want to go to Wrestle Dream or does he want? I don't even know at this point. I hope he's not dead. Hi, Lewis. Thank you for joining on this watch along tonight. You're just in time for the main event. But Darby Allin, he's up. I'm Darby. I know I'm listening to the crowd. You can't kill it. Of course, Ari. Oh my goodness. And then he's trying to crash off Darby's face. I will say, Darby Allin, he's showing resilience. Get it. Get him, Darby. Oh, I thought it was a quick three. Darby showing some resilience. Yeah. Come on, Darby. Darby. Oh, submission hold. Submission hold. He got him. He got him in a submission hold. Darby's not gonna tap. Darby, he's in a trance. Come on. He's trying to get rid of the submission hold. And the fans are going behind Darby. Oh boy, Darby, he's fading. Darby's fading. He's fading. Wait, no, he's not. Oh my goodness. I give credit to Darby so much. He has resilience, he has determination. I don't even know how that man does not stay down. He does not want to quit. Oh man. How long do you speculate it will take for Darby to come? It's only a matter of time. If not this year, 2025. It's gonna happen soon. I just don't know when, but he's gonna be champion soon. I just don't know when or my thoughts, but if it doesn't happen this year, 2025. Oh my god. Come on. Darby. Come on, Darby. He's biting his head. He's biting him. Come on, Darby. Come on. Oh, oh my god, this has to be it. A counter by Moxley. This has to be it. It has to be. Has to be. Yeah, that's it. Whoa. Well, I know Bryan Danielson. He is here. So I really wanted Darby. I mean, I'm a Darby person. I was kind of mad about that because I really wanted Darby to win. But I mean, look, the only reason Moxley wants to is because he wants something, because he wants something that Bryan Danielson has, and it's not the championship. He just envies everything Bryan Danielson embodies. Oh, there he is! Get him! Get him! Get him, Bryan Danielson! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Come on, Bryan! Come on, Daniel! And I hear the fans cheering Wheeler Yuta. They're chanting Wheeler. Oh, look, private party. And where's oh, I'm looking for Wheeler. Where's Wheeler? Where's Wheeler Yuta? Where is Wheeler? He's gonna kick him in the head. Hold on, hold on. It's gonna be war. Where is Wheeler Yuta? I, I know, honey. Actually, I thought it didn't end last week, but I just realized that it kind of did. I know it's hard. I know. Well, you know what? I'm very happy to see, but it's so weird that they took away Darby's opportunity, which I'm really sad about. I really wanted to see Darby. Damn it. Yeah. Dylan, be nice because I do have a lot to say because I will be doing a post show. I will be doing a post show shortly, but it has been an interesting one leading up to Wrestle Dream. We do have a match ahead of Wrestle Dream. We have oh god. I'm just laughing at the comments so much. But this has been a really fun one. They're just previewing some of the matches for Collision this Saturday. So it's gonna be fun. Also, we got our match at Wrestle Dream. AEW, Bryan Danielson versus John Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I'm PO'd that Darby lost, but this will be the last time you see Darby. But it has been a very solid episode. I do not know when AEW is going to go on Max, but I am very intrigued. It looks like it's going to wrap up Dynamite pretty soon, but gonna be pretty much. I'm seeing too many wars here. It's like first off, it's like the Elite versus everybody else, and then this. But it has been a solid episode on AEW I know. I think everybody is. But if you would like to hear my thoughts on the post show, because I will be putting that live up shortly, because I'm going to be giving my thoughts after tonight's AEW Grand Slam. But thank you guys for watching this watch along. It has been a solid episode, and we're on the road to Wrestle Dream. If you would like to follow me on social, you can catch me on at CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram to share any updates that I had within pageantry and also in wrestling too. So feel free to check out my socials. Thank you to everybody that's been on tonight's watch along. And I'm actually going to be doing a post show shortly in the next 2 minutes. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you guys on the post show.